reported individual videos, individual things. I wrote a very, very, very long email to TikTok, and I looked up every single email address I could find online for TikTok back at the end of October. And at the end of October, I sent this email out to about 20 different email addresses on TikTok. Most of them came back unable to deliver. This email address is not in use. This email address is full. This email address isn't monitored, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I've had those as well.
Yeah, you can't get hold of them.
I spoke to my manager, who I'm not currently going to name. Spoke to my manager, and my manager said to me, I basically said to my manager, I said, can you help? They basically told me that, and I'm going to very shorten it, all TikTok's interested in is money.
Yeah.
I'm not a big enough creator on the app for them to be bothered about. If I was up there in the top of the rankings, then they'd take notice of me, but probably still wouldn't do very much. I've never been seriously interested in being at the top of the rankings. Never have been. I've done the weeklies occasionally because, TikTok is my only job. I don't have any other job. I've got disabilities, I'm ill, and I get the mickey taken and the bullying about how I look all the time, as I know a lot of people are aware. You know what? The ordinary bullies and the ordinary trolls I couldn't give two flying figs about. But when it comes to other bullying and other trolling that's relentless, I'm concerned about the fact that there are children on the app being bullied. I'm concerned about the fact that there are children on the app being groomed. I'm concerned that there are people who are mentally unstable on the app who, if they were pushed into some situations that I know I was pushed into, and I had dodgy thoughts about, some people would act on those dodgy thoughts where I was able to turn to other people for help.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm making myself clear enough without actually saying what I mean.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm concerned that there are people on this app who would not know where to turn. And then that would end up harming them. TikTok just aren't doing anything.
Because they're just bothered about the money, that is it. That's why it's turning the gifts off. That's why it's no gifting, because that's what they're gonna listen to.
Yeah.
This is what I've been saying. Somebody's done a video. There's an anonymous account who I have some idea who might be behind it, but I have no proof. One of my ex-mods, who was a friend. I've never met them. They were a TikTok friend, and I believe it's one of my. I believe it's a certain person behind it who I've never met, just a TikTok friend, but I have no proof, so I can't prove it. But this account is constantly attacking me. And in the last 2 days, that account has made a video saying, oh, she's turned her gifts off already, but she's not mentioned whether she's going to be in part of the blackout. I bet she's going to go for the weeklies when the blackout's happening. Well, I can absolutely 1000% guarantee people that, you know what? I'm actually thinking I might not turn my gifts on ever.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to turn my gifts on ever.
What I was saying is, while you're talking, can someone please share this live to No Face, Dave Duran, Snow, Soxy, and well, basically, and anybody who is on board with this movement we've currently got going on. I think they need to hear this, because honestly, I think they and G Crew, definitely G Crew. Get this live shared out to those people. I believe this needs to be heard, and this movement will be empowered by these stories. And to be honest, Luna, I can see a lot of people jumping up and talking on your behalf and actually getting you the results that you require as of now.
I've been struggling with whether to say anything this week. I'm starting to struggle now. Thank you for saying that. My name's Annette, by the way. Luna's my parrot. I've been talking to my mods. This has actually been going on for 6 months, Humble. I've been battling this since April, May. Chain knows some of it. I know, Chain, you know some of it, Chain.
Yeah.
And I'm going to apologise because, Jane, I didn't mean to come in and for me to spill my guts.
No, you don't need to apologise. Look, I like this as a safe space, and if you feel comfortable here to tell your side, then tell your side. Like, I'm not going to... No one should be here judging you. This place is a horrible place sometimes, and it needs to be out there, and people that are doing this shouldn't be on the app. It's not fair.
Absolutely.
I think it's not just this app that's the problem. The law needs to change.
Yeah, we've said that. We have said that.
Oh, sorry, I missed you saying that. I apologise.
No, that's all right.
But it's not just this app. There needs to be a law. Sorry, I've got tears in my face.
I think the way we need to go about this, the way we need
I'm
to
just
all
going to mute
combat
up
this.
for a minute.
No worries.
Yeah, that's fine. If I am perfectly honest, I've been thinking about this over a couple of days, listening to everything that's happened, all the stories coming out, everyone's experience. I think the way that we move on this is if even a single big creator from every part of the country just contacts their MP, explains what's happening on social media, explains the bullying, and explains that laws need to be changed because there are people who are unaliving themselves because of these situations. I'm not going to mention names. I'm sure we're all very aware of the person who has not long done it and how big that went. I do believe that for a law to be brought in and actually executed, we need powerful people in every corner of the country and the world to simply contact a government official, an MP, whoever, and have the topic spoke about. If every MP stands up in Parliament from every corner of this country and says, I've received a letter from one of my constituents in relation to online bullying and harassment, that will then get spoke about by every MP standing in Parliament. And then there is no choice but for a law to be implemented, because once people see it reaching out on a larger scale, it's a topic that can't be ignored. It can't just be spoken about and then it vanishes. Once it is spoken about, it is on official record, and the cases then start piling up. You got people phoning into radio stations, phoning into talk shows on TV. You've got people doing debates about it online. You've got people talking openly about it. YouTube podcasts, everywhere it is being spoken about. But what we need to do is, where people know it's going on, contact your MP. Everyone around the country, contact your MP, show the stories of it happening, show everything going on live, show the people talking about it and the big impact it's having on people's mental health. You've got Chains here who's been crying. You've got Luna who's been crying. I'm guilty of it myself. I've cried at times. It's happening, and people's mental health is deteriorating because of it. If we don't stand up and do something now, it will not be dealt with, and people will come to harm. Children will be damaged in the future. Adults will be damaged. Families will be damaged. Social media will become one massive outlet for people to upset others with no regard for life. It needs dealt with. So I beg everyone, just reach out to your MP. Put a letter together, state what you have seen, what you have heard. clip video clips, take sound bites, show what's going on these live streams, and it will be noticed. But we have to act together. We have to do it now, not only for the sake of ourselves, but for people growing up onto this app, onto social media. We have to take a stance now.
Yeah, I agree with everything you say. And for those that would come in and say, well, just come off the app and delete it, sort of thing, it's not that we should come off the app. It's the app needs changing, because I come on here for myself, like to get me out of bed, to carry on doing what I'm doing, and talking to the public and those that want to join me, and it helps me out as much as me helping other people out. So it's not just about coming off the app. The app needs to change, and it needs sorting out itself.
I came onto the app because of my health, and I needed a social outlet. That's why I first came on the app. I never came on the app to become, well, what my account has become was never expected. I came on the app to share Luna and make some friends. I never dreamt I'd get more than a couple of thousand followers, and here I am with 115,000 followers. I'm shocked. I'm in shock still that I've got that many followers.
I've got messages coming through as we speak. My screen is being flooded with messages in support. I've just had one there. I'll read it in a bit. Something about the law is changing. But like I said, we need. I know it seems hard. I know it seems impossible. But like I said, we need people to reach out to MPs and such to actually make this a larger topic to be spoken about on scale. The bad ones will be put out there. The good ones will be shown as the people who started a movement that actually saved millions.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing about this is it's no longer just about what happened to me. It's no longer about what happened to Joe Blogs. It's no longer about what happened, sorry, Chain, to say this, it's no longer about what's happening to you. It's no longer about what's happening to any of us individually. It's about what's happening on the app and what needs to change. And I don't mean that harshly, Chain.
No, I 100% agree. It's not just that singling people out. It's as a group. It's happening out there to everyone, a lot of people, and it needs to be changed.
And if we team together, and this is what I've been trying to think of how to do it for a while. I have still got an open ticket with TikTok that's just sat there and they're not doing anything about it. And I keep refreshing it and saying, when are you going to do something? When are you going to do something? Because they just ignored all my messages.
Yeah.
They've not closed it, but it's just sat there open. It's hardly.
Can I just say, on Mrs. Hardy's page, there is a letter that has been wrote out in the in a Discord group that we're all in, and it states about safeguarding children and doing checks on those that they give Life Pro to, and they just look at people before they go that next step further. So if you're on board with like stuff like that, that's the reason why the blackout's going ahead, sort of thing. So that's on Mrs. Hardy's. There's a letter there to be sent to I think it's to be sent to TikTok or sent to anyone you want to send it to. If you want to go to the MP and you can do that, then people who are not on the app need to know. Exactly, Derry, and this is about going to the papers, and there's already Forbes out there. You've got
it's about taking it much bigger than it already is.
Yeah, and this is, and people are saying, oh, just because this has happened to Anthony, this is happening. It's not that it's just because that's happened. It's the final straw. Like, this has been going on before. So we've had Michelle going on about underage. We've had other people being bullied. We've had the James Bucknell this week. We've had Humble going on about Bucknell for so long. And it's just the final straw that it's been, we've all been blindsided by what happened with him. And we all supported him and all did it together. So as a team and as one, we can get together as one, should I say, and battle and tackle what's going on and the bigger picture of things.
I think it's more than one cause coming together, because the main topic that we're all saying under different causes, under different things that have happened, we're all saying TikTok need to do more to improve the app, to make it safer on the app. One of the things I've been saying, and I did a video about a couple of days ago, and the video's there. I think I did it on Wednesday or Thursday. I did a video saying, if TikTok now insists that to cash out, you have to be verified via a driving license or a passport or something, so that they can see who you are and your identity. Why can't it be that you have to prove who you are to go live, not just to cash out?
Exactly, because if it was just to cash out, they just know if they can't cash out, the money's going back into the system.
Exactly.
So they're not stupid there, because again, it's just money, and this is what this is about. Once you take the money away from them, this is what's going to make them listen, hopefully. So this is what the whole thing's about, to get their attention. We can't get hold of TikTok, so to do something like this so big, it's to get the attention.
Maybe
okay.
you need to go and picket TikTok head office as well.
Can I just come in quickly? Thank you so much, Jane, for letting me in.
No worries.
I had a meeting. I've been working with Michelle a little bit. I had a meeting with Ofcom on Friday because I'm from a safeguarding point of view and from a press point of view. I had a meeting with them regarding changes. Now, I'm not sure, a lot of people don't really understand Ofcom and how they work. It's all on their website. But as of the 26th of October, the online safety bill was given royal assent. And part of that is for Ofcom to have a much bigger power in protecting children, protecting adults on different platforms, and then imposing fines where necessary, prison sentences and stuff like that. So the role of Ofcom is that they can't look at individual complaints, because imagine everybody just complains. They can't take content down. However, if you're not happy, if you complain to TikTok about a creator or something you've seen that concerns you, whether that's regarding a child, an adult, a creator or whatever, agent, whatever, anything, and you're not happy with that response from TikTok, that is your time where you say to Ofcom, I am not happy with this response, can't even get my words out, response, because, and then you give them that evidence. That is a time where they will be able to build a picture of underage gifting, verification or whatever. So that to me is really good, because that gives us a bit more of a levy. Now they will pose bigger fines, prison sentences and stuff like that. There is 3 more consultations that they need to go through before it becomes law. And those consultations take part with discussions with all the top organisations involved with children, such as the NSPCC, and everybody else that's involved. They're involved and they have their, and I know the way that they work, and believe me, it is being organised. I've looked through and I'm still trying to summarise all of the online safety bill and how it can be implemented. But one of the things they're going to be looking at is age verification,
which they need to do.
So it's not going to be done overnight. Laws can't be done overnight. For the online safety bill, it's taken 2 years to get to this point. And it's just been given royal assent. So eventually it will become law, but it does take a long time. But as I say, law is changing. They just need the evidence. They can't just look on, certain person in the weekly rankings or somebody's got lots of gifters. They just don't look at that. They have to look at the whole picture. And if they're not happy, or if it's a feeling, or not feeling, but if they're getting a lot of evidence the same way, they have to look at the root cause of what is happening on the app. And they call TikTok a video sharing platform. It's not just TikTok, it's right across the board. So it gives, you know, like I reported 5 underage people on live this morning, people offering their chat out for 50 quid. It's just ridiculous. And those girls were probably no more than 11 or 12. And that's a scary bit. And adults enticing them and stuff like that. And it just makes me feel physically sick. It isn't a nice app. It wasn't. I joined in 2020 when my dad died, but I feel quite happy with the conversation I had with Ofcom that things are changing, but it's going to be slow. And I think what people like Dave Durans are doing, and Michelle, bless her heart, is drained to pieces today. And what they're trying to do is basically be a voice. You know, they're putting their necks on the line. They're getting everything back at them, and it's becoming hateful. And you know, morally, whatever, it all comes into it. And you know, like I said to them, if somebody was to say, "Go and chop that tree down, Shane. Go and do it. Go and chop that tree down." You'll have a group of people saying, right, well, I think we'll do it this way, but not everybody will want to chop that tree down the same way. And that is life. And that's how it manages, you know, pans out. Just a quick thing on the press thing, because I've done a lot of press releases and worked with the press. Any press release that as TikTok, particularly mainstream like the BBC, ITV, they will reject it. They hate it. They don't want TikTok mentioned. They know how controversial the app is. And it's become, you mention TikTok in a press release, you get laughed at. It really isn't taken seriously, because I know how such a controversial app can hit the headlines if it's a copycat trend where somebody is fatally unalived or whatever. You know, they just avoid it, because with it there is just lots of slander and lots of people, and you know, TikTok will jump on it straight away, so they prefer not to take it on, and that's sad.
It is sad, and it's terrible that they don't do anything about it. But I feel like now everyone comes together as they are, that I think there will be, and I hope there will be, changes, and they actually look into it. And people saying, oh, it's never going to happen, you're never going to change anything, it's never going to change, they just care about money. If we don't try,
Absolutely.
we'll never know.
Yeah,
we will never
definitely.
know. And it starts off small to hopefully get a big change. And I'm not a big creator on it at all. You've got all the higher up that's up there in the weeklies all the time. They are like, they've been on here a long time and all that, so they have got a voice. But even if us little ones do want to do something, it's still helping towards that. Not just the ones that are up there all the time. It's still the little ones that also are helping as well. And I'm hoping by just doing that, and the gifters and that turning it off, that we do have to try. We do have to try, JC. If we don't try, we don't know. It's just going to be the same shit if we don't.
That's my motto. If you don't try, you won't know what it's like. Who knows what's going to happen at 11 o'clock tonight? But if there's momentum, and it's some momentum, then, you know, yes, it was mentioned in Forbes magazine, newspaper, whatever.
Really?
It was mentioned there about it.
Can I just show you something quickly? When I was in Smith's toy, it was my son's 10th birthday yesterday, so just before we went to Karen's Diner, which was an experience. We went to Smith's toy store to get him a few bits that he saw that he liked. Anyway, this was in there. It's a hardback book on TikTok And it's to tell kids basically who to follow, who to watch the most watched videos, biggest TikTokers of the year, inside profile trends, celebrities, tips on how to go live, tips on how to do things and stuff. The biggest stars, the most viewed videos, and all the latest trends direct from one of the world's most popular app. If you love TikTok, you need this book packed with the biggest influencer profiles, fun facts, awesome activities, and hints and tips to make you an expert in all things TikTok.
And that was
That
in
is
Smiths.
actually
And that
a
was in
hardback
Smiths.
book in Smiths. I walked past the book bits, and it's on like a spiral. There's other books on it, like sort of thing.
Does it say who the publisher is? I mean, I can find that out, but I was involved in book publishing in an earlier life, and I will go back to that publisher and
just says independent unofficial edition.
Right, I'll find it.
$9.99.
Ridiculous.
What's that actually called, Jane?
The Ultimate Guide to TikTok 2024 Independent Unofficial Edition. I'll make a little video now of putting it up there.
Right,
But it's basically what I just read.
It's on Amazon.
That's awful.
I reckon
Yes,
the
I
public
saw
will be
that.
online anyway.
And that's going to encourage kids to actually, if they're seeing people on live, to be like, oh, I want to be an influencer, I want to go live. And then when it says you have to be 18, they're just going to fake their age, and then that's what they're going to do. And it's just influencing them to do that. And it's
that's awful.
It's wrong.
That's really, really bad. And I'm really surprised that Smith's toy stuff are actually stopping that.
Annual, and it's. I'm not trying to advertise the fact it's on Amazon, but it is on Amazon. So maybe we need to contact Amazon as well and say, come on, this is wrong.
I'm good, thank you, Savage. How are you? Let me just upload. I'll upload it because I was meant to do it yesterday and completely forgot. But yeah, so that's out there for the kids and things. Obviously, I didn't read it because I was walking around with my son, sort of thing. I just took a picture of the front and the back. I don't actually know what's inside, but.
I've got twin girls who are 11. I was an older mum when I had them. I was 41, but I don't allow them to go on any social media, and I won't. I'm always checking their phones. One of my daughters was told to unalive herself on Roblox.
Wow.
And I will fight, as we all do for our kids. I will fight for my kids, and and I will fight for that change. I'm a teacher as well, but I'm independent, but I will, I just worry really what is being influenced, and how much they're being exposed to. It's just awful, absolutely awful.
But this is what I was saying a bit about earlier. This isn't just a social media problem, and this is the proof that Roblox is an online video game specifically aimed at the younger generations. And if there's people going on there saying that type of thing, this isn't just an issue with social media. This is an issue with the law itself, because there are no checks into what's going on. There just isn't. And I think this is why I'm kind of now, like, I am fully on board with this movement that's going on. The blackout, it's great. Look at how it's brought people together. Have you ever seen TikTok so unified in one massive movement? I was going through the FYP last night, and this took me by surprise, complete surprise. I saw multiple Americans picking up this blackout, saying that this was going on. They're spreading it on to their people of their country. It's going through America. It's going through Africa. It's gone through the Philippines. It's going through Africa. It's going through Jamaica. It is spreading worldwide. And that's what people are saying. When they're saying this won't go anywhere, you're wrong. Because right now, it's doing a global round. So for all those naysayers, it's proven. This is moving.
Whether they join in or not, the fact is that it's getting heard. That is amazing. Thank you for telling us that, Humble.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to drop out because I've got some chop up some spuds for tea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but thank you for letting me in. Just keep up with the good work, and Shane, keep your chin up because you are really special
All
on this
three
app.
of them.
Stop it. That's just menopause. Just bring on the menopause. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, and the hot sweats. Saves on the heating, you know. Brilliant.
I know, I've just had to sit my dressing gown on. Jesus, I've
brilliant.
had a hot flush now. I'll be on to warm up.
You know, when I turned 50, I was 50 and nifty. But no, just keep up doing good work. Just be kind, everybody. You know, life's too short. Do you know what I mean? Let's just be kind. If that's all we can do in life, just be kind and just wake up with a smile and go to bed and think I've achieved something today. Yeah. And just make Dave Duran's tongue longer, Shane. That's all you got to do. Anyway, I love you all. Take care, sweethearts.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Lots
Thank
of
you.
love.
Take
All
care.
right,
Have a good
lovely.
day.
Take care. Bye, love. Bye.
I can hear the fat in her voice. I know it's awesome, isn't it, Cake? I have a fat voice.
But
I
this
know.
is what I was saying, you know. I know people are saying, oh, well, you know, us little creators don't have a voice, you know, we're not heard. You're wrong. With all of the creators, the TikTok users, the people in the rankings, with everyone banding together, this has gone from a small thing. It is now doing the rounds on a global scale. Like I say, last night I saw multiple videos of the American population saying, look at this movement, look what's going on. It's come from the UK, look what's happening. And it is spreading and spreading. If you go onto your FYP now and you type in the blackout, you type in TikTok blackout, I guarantee you will see people from every populace, every race, every religion, everything, every kind of interpretation of the meaning, you will see it being spread out. It is not a small movement. This movement is absolutely mega. And I don't think people see it. People are just seeing it as, oh, whatever, it's just a couple of people chatting crap. It's really not. It's big. And it's having effect. And I do honestly think TikTok are going to listen because it is going big.
I came on this morning
crazy,
and
Sarah.
there was something that says how to be a parent on TikTok. That's what came up on my thing as soon as I came on this morning.
Yeah, oh God, what was it called? The ambassadors of.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I saw it myself and I was a bit like, right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that's got to do with anything, but okay, TikTok, you do your thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's kind of the way it was written seemed like it almost seemed like it was a place where you can get advice as a parent to safeguard your child, which is going around the subject of your child shouldn't be on TikTok. And I've got it up on my page where it says to go live, you must be 18 plus. And TikTok are the people who have written those guidelines, but don't follow them. So you can't skirt around it by saying,
community.
Yeah.
My community. Thank you.
I mean, what are they going to do next? You're an ambassador for this. You're feel special. Well, no, you don't need to be an ambassador to say I have a voice. I can put this out on my platform. People will then share it. That will then get shared. It moves. It rolls. You don't need to be an ambassador. Just use your voice and show your morals. And I think the one for this is morals over money, and it's proven to be effective.
I don't know.
I mean,
Chicken.
I've seen this morning. I was scrolling through, and there was G Crew talking about it. There was Dave Duran. There was No Face. At one point, CLA was talking about it this morning. You've got Angie doing debates over it. You've got the likes of Evil Queen. I mean, we all know her stance, but whatever. You know, people are talking about it, whether it's positive or it's negative. Either way, it's being spoken about. And if it's being spoken about, it's being spread. People make their own opinions, whether they enjoy it or they don't. That's up to them. But the fact is, as long as it's being spoke about, it's relevant. And if it's relevant, it's a topic. And if it's a topic, everyone's going to get involved.
The thing is, everybody is going to have their own opinion. Their own opinion is valid. Everybody's opinion, no, I'm saying opinion, not whether they're right or wrong. Opinion is valid whether it's right or wrong, because it's somebody's opinion.
It's not a racist movement.
Sorry?
I've seen that ridiculous. Yeah. There's people who are trying to turn it into...
Nothing to do with race.
Yeah, people are trying to turn it into something to do with race. James Bucknell tried it last night. He put a big post up about it saying, is it a racist movement? Is it this and that? The people who are ill-educated on it, who haven't took the time to actually look what it's about and what it stands for and what the letters are going out, what the templates are, what the pictures mean, the relevant conversations around it. People don't actually understand what it is until they've properly read about it. And the ones who don't want to read about it are either doing it A, because it don't involve them, B, because they just don't care, or C, because they have an issue with it. But like I said, the fact is, whether it be positive or negative, it's being spoken about. And as long as it's spoken about, it spreads.
This has bugged me when I like Hustle. And I have no issues with them, but I saw the video with bringing in about the race and whoever else has said so. This has happened because we was all blindsided by Anthony. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings. I hate this when people, it doesn't matter where you're from. We're all humans. That's it at the end of the day. Whether someone else done this and we all got fooled by it, it doesn't matter who it was. The whole app had no idea on what was happening. He was a live pro. We thought he was a good guy. Everyone gifted him. Well, some people didn't, some people did. It doesn't matter who we are, who done it. He's been jailed. He hid it from us. He manipulated every single one of us into believing he was something else. It was all planned. It was disgusting. This is the final straw to why we're doing this. It's nothing to do with race, and I'm finding it disgusting that people are even saying this. It doesn't matter on colours. We come into the world the same way. We all leave the same way. It does not matter on who we are. It's nothing to do with race, and it's proper infuriating me that people say this.
Blood. Everyone has the same coloured blood. We come into the world the same. We go out of the world the same. It is what it is. We are one people. We are the human race. It don't matter what your colour, what your creed, what your religion. It doesn't matter how you were brought up. What matters is that you use your voice to show the good moral. You use your voice to make a statement that you will not stand for the badness that is going about, and you want to be heard. You are not going to support this whole fucking TikTok hiding shit, social media hiding shit, the media falsifying shit. Everyone stands up and states what their moral is, and it gets heard. If people want to turn it racist or whatever, then that just shows where they are on the board of morals. But as far as I'm concerned, everyone was blindsided by Anthony. Hell, I was blindsided by it. The first time I saw him singing, the first time I saw him singing, I was like, wow, what a fantastic voice. What a fucking contribution. And then when I heard about what happened, I felt physically sick. I wanted to throw up everywhere. The fact is, this isn't a racist movement. It is about your morals, your standpoint in life, and using your voice to achieve a goal that everyone thought impossible. And as long as we stand as one people to do that, it means something, and it will mean something. And you can be proud that when something changes in the future, you can stand up and say, I was one of the people involved in that. I made that possible with my input. And that's how it is. And the future generations will see that. They will echo it.
Yeah, I just want to say there that people saying because it's called a blackout is a racist thing. Blackout is not a racist thing at all. Just because this is what infuriates me. Just because it's got the word black in it, and people are scared of using the word black because people will jump on it. It's wrong that they're even doing that. It's nothing to do with race. It's as a community, all of us getting together to sort out TikTok. It's nothing to do with race at all. And it winds me up. Can we just have a say from Chicken there, please?
So I just want to, sorry, did you want Chicken to say something? Sorry, I apologise, I'll shut up.
That's all right, Anna. Yeah, I just wanted to Chicken just have a little say there.
Mine's more on, I agree with the blackout.
Yeah.
I would like to know why TikTok does not feel the need to take those gifts that he received and make him pay them to the victim. Does anybody understand that she literally only was given £1 for every time that woman asked for it to stop? £1. Like, that's all that her words were worth. That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
slap in the
disgusting.
face. And
It's
he's
disgusting.
still continuing to be able to let his family do everything that they want to do and everything else. Not saying that the wife, shouldn't be able to support her family, but that drives me insane to know that any court would be okay with only giving that woman £1 for compensation for every single time she said no.
Yeah, it is disgustingly wrong, and how he manipulated everyone and doing his final live probably to pay for his own what's the word, solicitor fees or stuff like that, thinking about himself, not thinking. It's just disgusting to me, and it's awful. I'm not going to call her a victim. She's a survivor. She's still here and she's fighting this. So is what she got. Yeah, she got 190, 197, whatever it was. But yes, you are right, Chicken. It is disgusting, and the money should be donated. But then other people say that then it's like she's being paid, and that's also wrong. I don't know. It's a hard situation to think about. It's just it's
And who's
awful.
going to pay for her to go to therapy for this?
Yes.
And who
Yes.
is going
Yes.
to help this woman if she can't leave her home now
Yeah.
and do anything? Who is going to
And
help her?
yeah,
Nobody.
that's exactly what I was going to say. No amount of money, and this is what you people need to understand. No amount of money is ever going to take away that lady's trauma. No amount of money is ever going to secure that lady. Every time she wakes up in the morning, if she can even go to sleep, that's going to be the first thought on her mind. Every time she goes to walk out of the door, that's going to be the first thought on her mind. Every time she interacts with another human being, that is going to be on her mind. No amount of money is ever going to repair that lady, but the fact that the court system have not even tried to do anything for the family. Like
So
it was
sorry.
just, what about therapy? What about therapy fees? What about getting that lady somewhere she feels secure? What about actually helping that lady in her future endeavours and to pick her life back up? And this is the thing, that the courts haven't even thought about that. But no amount of money is ever going to undo the damage that has been done. And that is what this movement is about. Not only is it about stopping this kind of thing, but it is also about saying to the courts that nothing you will ever do is going to repair this young lady, and how it was let to happen on such a massive, unfounded scale, and to have financial gain from it. It's abhorrent. It is depressing. It is abhorrent behaviour. And to be honest, as a human being, it makes me feel sick that someone can be treated in such a way and mistreated by the law, mistreated by everything, that the processes it's had to go through, to be completely trodden on and just left there. Have TikTok reached out to her to offer any support? No. No, they have not. It is absolutely barbaric. And to be honest, it makes me feel sad as a human. Hearing what's gone on, it deeply unsettles me. And I do strongly, strongly believe that this movement is not just about stopping it on TikTok. It is human beings standing up to everything we know in the justice system and saying no more. No more should we need to go through it. No more should we have to deal with it. And no more should we have to be left in such a bad circumstance and to someone to gain financially whilst doing so. No more.
I agree. And can I just say as well that when we first brought this up and that, because I did a post and things about the blackout and things, and when this first came out, everyone was like, well, they're not going to listen, nothing's going to happen, why are you doing it, people couldn't understand. Do you know what's happened so far? So we've all took a stand saying what we're going to do. His Live Pro got taken away from him on his account. Then his account got taken down. Then it's in the papers. So it's starting small, by like the first steps of his Live Pro, then his account, and then the papers, and it's going to go further. So it's not saying, oh, nothing's going to happen. It's happening. Stuff is happening. And we just need to keep going as we are all together and keep pushing this for our future, like for our kids, for anyone else that this has been has affected and stuff like that.
Yes, his account has been deactivated. You are correct. The account has been taken down. But the fact is, the big fact that's missing, look how long it took them to do it. On day one, when it came out what had happened, they could have took action right there and then said, nope, that's it, it's done, proven guilty, get it rid. They didn't. It took for people to talk to actually get that action to happen. That's the only reason it happened, is because people spoke about it. If this movement wouldn't have happened, no one would have spoke about it. I would guarantee you money that can't be there still.
Sorry, do we know for sure, because I haven't looked, do we know for sure that TikTok took it down and it wasn't deactivated by somebody else, like a member of the family? Do we actually know for definite it was TikTok who took it down?
Well, people are saying in the chat here that the family deactivated. Well, either way, Live Pro was taken off it, so that was already a start. If the family have taken it down, then, well, it should have just been taken down. They couldn't even get the money. It's just wrong.